Alrighty, it is time for more Duelist Kingdom action. Taya and the Big Five just had their bout, and now it is time for Chazz going up against Bastion. Classic GX characters going head to head in the old school mentality as an old school trap hole comes up as card of the game. So Chazz and Bastion. Chazz with his Ojama slash armed dragon strategy, with Bastion with his Oxygeddons, his water dragon if he can manage to summon it, which he did. I think he's managed to summon it a couple of times. It's pretty rare though. Alright, so Chazz, it's not a bad starting hand. He started off with 1 day of peace. In fact, that's actually a very good hand, because if he is smart, and he is, well done Chazz. If Bastion summons a monster and goes after that armed dragon, yeet, offerings to the doomed, could destroy it. And he's got 2 Ojama blues, so he can summon the Ojama Knight if he wants to. He can also use Ojama blue to boost up his Ojama cards as well. As Bastion went for an Oxygeddon and an 1800 straight off the bat, but offerings to the doomed will sweep that up. And Bastion is not going to like what he sees here, because that armed dragon level 3 is no longer going to be a level 3. It's going to evolve to level 5. Well, this is exactly the start that Chazz was looking for in this one, and Bastion now is in protection from Thunder of Ruler. Okay, so 2400 for that of Armed Dragon. Chazz won't be able to attack on this turn though, so he's going to have to hope that Bastion doesn't have anything to get that Armed Dragon level 5 off the field. Bastion has thrown down a face-down defense. Chazz has, he's got Ojama blue, he's drawn Moki Moki, which he does have. He's got the Moki Mokis and he's got the Moki Moki King to pay that little bit of a nod to the Duelist that was on Cloud 9 back in the GX series. That was that Carboneddon, I think. Armed Dragon level 5 just destroyed, and is now going to evolve to level 7 because it destroyed a monster. 2800 on the field for Chazz. It's a beautiful thing when you have 2800 points of attack on the field and your opponent does not have anything. Bastion has thrown down a face-down spell or trap. Sorry, no, a defense. Again, been a long day. Okay, Moki Moki has come to the field in attack mode. What is he? Oh my god, I thought he was about to attack with Moki Moki then. It's Science Soldier, it's not a strong monster, but it was in for the attack, Moki Moki. 300 off Bastion. Chazz is probably going to take more damage than Moki Moki did, but if Bastion attacks Moki Moki with that 2800 sitting there, it could do just as much damage back. Bastion summons Cabazols. 1700, that'll do 1400 points of damage to Chazz, but it can do 1100 straight back to Bastion. Huh. And if that is the case, Chazz and Bastion will once again be equal on life points. There's Monster Reborn. And, oh wait, wow, Monster Reborn. Okay, yes, that can bring back the Armed Dragon level 5. Because that can be special summoned. I think 7 and 10 can't be special summoned. Yeah, I believe that's in their text. Cannot be special summoned, but it's only level 7 and level 10 of the Armed Dragons. So, alright, 28 and 24 together is 5200. So that's a lot of attack power that Chazz has now. He's confused together Ojama Knight if he wants it as well. Gotta say that this one is looking bleak for Bastion. There's Diankito, the Cura Master. Face down defense and end phase. Okay, there's the Ojama Yellow. So Chazz now could fuse together Ojama King as well. Wait, no, he can't. He has to use yellow, black, and green for that, I think. Gruesome Goo is destroyed. 2800 launched towards Bastion. He is in striking range of losing this duel on the next turn. It's been a stellar run for Chazz in this one with those armed dragons. All Chazz has to do now is finish him off. Now what does Bastion have? He's got 5 cards in hand. There's... oh, Hyper Hammerhead. That's a very useful card for Bastion if he makes good use of it. For example, he could attack the Armed Dragon level 7, destroy itself, but then Armed Dragon level 7 would go back to Chazz's hand. It won't work in this situation because of Bastion's life point count and the fact that he has Armed Dragon level 5 on the field again anyway, which actually would send Bastion going around in circles and losing anyway. Chazz, he lost his Ojama Blue, but he won't mind. Oh, there's Ojama Green. Chazz can bring forth the Ojama King if he wants it. In fact, he could bring them both forward, but he hasn't. He's... oh no, hang on, he still could. Wait, could he? Yeah, yes, he could. Chazz is... he's thinking about it as well. What I was thinking is if he summoned Ojama Blue and then destroyed it, he could pull another 2 Ojamas and use both polymerizations. That's what I was thinking, but either way, it's not going to matter. Bastion's not going to last through the turn anyway. But I think Chazz was trying to go for his Ojama King, and I don't know. I'm not playing, I'm just spectating, but in theory, Chazz could have summoned both Ojama Knight and Ojama King there, but it doesn't matter. 1800, that is going to go back to Chazz's hand, but clever. Chazz sent it back to his hand so he could power up his armed dragons again, since Ojama Country was on the field. Almost devious in a way, but very much in Chazz's character. Okay, as they're swapping over here, shoutouts to comments from yesterday's duels, which was between Chum and Mokuba, which was a fantastic match as well. And the other one was Mai and Tristan, which also was a really good match. Drawing while talking, who said Chumlee's deck is kind of annoyingly overpowered, I think, so glad Mokuba beat him. Chum's deck, I wouldn't say it's overpowered, but strategically it's overpowered. If he draws the right hand, Chumlee will win a lot of games. However, Mokuba did beat him, so that says a lot as well. So Chumlee is definitely beatable. Bastion's perspective this time, so Chazz picked up first win. That's a pretty good hand for Bastion as well. He's got Jurassic World there as well. Demi Henning as well. Mai's a great duelist. Her Harpy's cards are nothing to take lightly. And also says, great job by Mokuba. That was from a Pokemon run. Which, believe it or not, Scyther does not learn Wing Attack in Red and Blue. For all those Pokemon fans out there. It does in Yellow and every other game. Pokemon Blue and Red, Scyther does not learn Wing Attack. Which made doing a solo run with Scyther extremely difficult because he couldn't get through the ghosts. Because Struggle is a normal type move in Gen 1 Pokemon. Gen 2 onwards is when it became typeless. So Scyther had to use Bide, and I had to get really lucky. It took me like 2 hours on extremely sped up gameplay to get that done. Alright, Hyper Hammerhead is on the field for Bastion rather. Very useful card. Chazz has just thrown down Ojama Country. That Ojama Blue was destroyed, and he goes with a face down defense to end his turn. Now, Bastion does have Frostosaurus there as well, which is 2600 and only 6 stars. Also shoutouts to Moon Wolfie as well. Kodoskopos, who said Garvis Fusion in Forbidden Memories, Beast plus monster of any type with dove wings as long as it's not a female monster. I could never figure out how to fuse Garvis properly, and he wasn't strong enough to bother. As soon as the twin-headed Thunder Dragon fusions come in for Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, every other fusion went straight out the deck, and it was just a twin-headed Thunder Dragon fusion beat stick deck with Umi in it, and maybe well, until you got to Meadow Mage and just went on to win Meteor Black Dragon off of him. and Dark Magician and Skull Knight and etc, etc. Good field for Bastion here. Chazz is taking some hits to his life points. Shard of Greed has just been played. Also shout outs to Joe Lowe's as well. Super Palco, Sukowski, Glenn Devo as well. Glenn, good to hear from you as well. One of the long-time subscribers for the channel, as Fire Kraken is played. I'm not liking Chazz's chances in this one, even if he's got something defensive. Hyper Hammerhead could send it back, but it's Ojama Blue. I just should say it's Ojama Blue. What? What just? Oh, he had Wabaku played. I just seen that Wabaku. I was thinking, wait, why didn't what happened with the destruction? And then smartly, Bastion still attacked with Hyper Hammerhead, which actually sent that Ojama Blue back to Chazz's hand. Sir Aaron Game Guy as well, another fairly long time follower of the channel as well. SCH292, renamed Mokuba Starship Kid. Imagine if the kid's deck wasn't stolen. It always surprised me that Mokuba didn't like duel in the series, being that he's a younger brother of who is considered the best duelist in the world. Surprising that Mokuba didn't duel more often. Chazz has set down that Ojama Blue again. What I will say, as a video maker, creator, whatever, on YouTube, it's always really good to see names that you haven't seen for a while come up in the comments. It's kind of like seeing an old friend that you've walked past randomly in the street, and it's like, hey, I haven't seen you for how long? So 1918 and 2900, Bastion has got a thunderous amount of strength on the field. Chazz has just played he's activated his Shard of Greed with 2 counters. There's Ojama Red. Now we have of course seen some of Chazz's cards go to his hand from the effect of Ojama Blue, and I get the feeling that Bastion is about, because I think Ojama Delta Hurricane might be in Chazz's hand. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh, Bastion, he's just lost everything. He's still got that Wabaku in his hand. Oh my god, there's a Monster Reborn. Wow, has this one turned around. Bastion had an earth-shattering amount of power on his field, especially with Hyper Hammerhead as well, being able to send cards back to the hand. Frostosaurus was at 2900, but now it's on Chazz's side of the field, and Chazz has 4,000, 5,000, 5,700 altogether. That will leave Bastion with 2,300, I think, given that his life points hadn't been touched until now. Chazz has taken the lead, and he has now all the momentum. Bastion has absolutely bugger all left in his hand. He's got 2 Carbonettons, he's got Wabaku, so he might be able to get through a turn. And he's got Duoterion, which is... oh, there's Bonding. Oh, hang on. Hang on, hang on. Oh, hang on a minute. I hope Bastion has seen it. And I think he might have. Duoterion's 2,000 attack. But Ojama Country is on the field, so that will actually be 2,000 defense. And Chazz has Ojamas on his field. He could fuse them, but he hasn't got them fused yet. There's Wabaku. Bastion might be able to buy a turn or 2 with this. Ah, okay. Carbonetton will not be destroyed because Wabaku is active. So 2,000 defense will actually protect Bastion's side of the field. He could get back into this. There's Cabazoles, which is a good card, but it won't get over Frostosaurus. Remember, attack and defense will be swapped. 2,000 defense with Duoterion now. Will be when it's flipped up. Wow, okay, so Bastion may have a little bit of a comeback here. Because with Duo if that's a 2000 defense, what does Bastion need? He needs to get that 1700 off the field. The 1000 attacks aren't that much of a threat. Ow, never mind. Never mind. Offerings to the Doomed has been played, and that will seal Bastion's doomed fate for this match. Well, I was just thinking we could see an epic comeback with Bastion utilizing the offense to defensive switch to protect himself. However, it didn't work. Chazz is up 2-0 and is now playing for a bonus point. If he sweeps Bastion, I need to spend some of those duelist points on that other profile as well. They are accumulating. I am just commentating though. I don't actually have that switch. It's with the other guys, whoever was playing today. Whoever's house it at. I've got my Switch 2 down there. I don't actually have this game on my Switch 2. I didn't copy the data over. And I'm nervous about doing it because I don't want anything to go wrong and accidentally like remove my save data or something. Because if I lose my save data on one of these Switch profiles, then we cannot produce these videos, which is quite terrifying. So it's like, it ain't broken, I don't need it on the Switch 2. It ain't broken, don't fix it. Don't exchange the data, just leave it as it is. I have Mario Kart, well, in fact, that's the only game that I have on my Switch 2. Oh, actually, I have the emulator consoles, the Nintendo inbuilt ones, SNES and all that, if you count them, but Mario Kart World is the only actual game that I have on that console. 1700 in Cabazols has kicked off for Bastion in this third and final match. Chazz up 2-0 looking for a bonus point. Bastion looking to thwart the bonus point for old mate Chazzy Boy, who's got a pretty good hand. He's got, I think, 7 tools and Magic Jammer, and was that Mask of Weakness, I think the other card might have been. Gruesome Goo is played 1300. Ah, clever from Bastion. That's switched on because he knows that Chazz's defenses will not be exceeding 1000. Straight off the bat, that's very clever from Bastion. Usually you would attack with Cabazol's there because 1300's not that strong. But Ojama Blue has activated its effect. Ojama Country is it's got to be Ojama Country. If it's because Chazz hasn't got Ojama Pajama because that card is just completely broken. Chazz would win every match if he had Ojama Pajama in his deck. It makes it too easy for him to just mill his deck and just absolutely rip everything to shreds. Maybe in a GX tournament though, we'll add it in. We'll have Chazz go wild. Okay, oh, Mystical Space Typhoon. That is a very good card to draw at this stage. Bastion's face down was... Oh, Mask of Weakness. Okay, Ojama Country is played. Did Ojama Country have an activation thing above it? I don't actually... To be honest, I don't actually remember what that card does. I know it flips the attack and defense, as Ojama Blue does. Ojama Blue's vulnerable to attack, but Chazz could actually save that with that Mask of Weakness if he wanted to. Ojama Country, I'm going to put that in Google. Okay, that was a... Oh, there's Mask of Weakness, so that will destroy Cabazol's. What? Oh my god, what is that monster called that Bastions has played? There's Carbonet and there's Oxygeddon, Duoterion. What is the other one? The one that's looking at me on the field right now. Ojama Green and Ojama Blue are fused together. The Ojama Knight is going to come to the field. 2,500. And now Monster Reborn played from Chazz as well, so... Oh, he's brought back Ojama Blue. That's a bit of a waste of a Monster Reborn, isn't it? Oh no, okay, hang on, he's gone... So that'll activate the effect of Ojama Blue again. So I've just gone a bit... Okay, there's Ojama Country. What's its other effect? Once per turn, you can send one Ojama card from your hand to your graveyard to special summon one Ojama monster from your graveyard. Or you control a face-up Ojama monster to switch your attack and defense. I knew that. I did not remember that other effect, actually. It's actually a pretty good effect. Hydrogeddon. That's the other one. Oh my god. I was sitting here going blank. What's the element? And it's element number 1 on the periodic table as well, hydrogen. Oh my god. You know when you just go blank? And you just... Hydrogeddon, Oxygeddon, Carboneddon. Bastion you and your elements. Hyper Hammerhead destroyed. That will send Ojama Knight back to the fusion pile. Armed Dragon level 3 in for the attack. Alright, Bastion, here's your chance to possibly get back into this one. Again. Alright, come on, Bastion. Show Chazz show him who's really the better duelist here. Armed Dragon level 3. If that's an Ojama that's face down, and it probably is, that means that Armed Dragon level 3... Oh, has Bastion made an error there? Because, oh my god, I've got it around the wrong way. And it's a good thing it's the third and final duel, because I think I need to take a break for a while. Because Bastion doesn't have any Ojama cards, but Bastion went with a face down defense, so if he didn't have anything 1200 or over, that's still not a lot of... Just to make things worse, it's another Carboneddon. It's more element monsters that are laughing at me. At my inability to remember what a Hydrogeddon was. Okay, well Bastion is down to 1800. Hey, you know what? Not too long ago, I could probably still do it now, I probably might need it in a few attempts, but I used to go and do this quiz where you would name every element on the periodic table. I would be able to do that. I could probably still just about do it as well. There's absolutely no benefit to knowing it. It's just kind of... actually, I solved a riddle in my class. The riddle was... there's a scientist and one of them's been knocked off, they've been whacked. And there's elements that are on the table, and the elements are... nickel, carbon, oxygen, lanthanum, and sulfur. Straight away the detectives know who it was who committed the crime, and the question to the riddle is, what was the person's name? And if you take those elements, it will spell out the name Nicholas. So I was able to solve that riddle with the knowledge of my periodic table. And I was able to really wow some of my group members. They were like, wow, you're so smart. And I'm like, no, I already knew the riddle. I just played it off to make it look like I was smarter. Oh, Science Soldier was face down. You wouldn't usually attack with 1,000. Chazz took the chance, and he has now won the match. Well, that's 3-0 for Chazz. Bastion had a shocker. Chazz had an absolute blinder of a match. And, okay, so I'm just going to quickly check where they are on the tables. Let's have a look. Bastion, he was quite high. Bastion was 4th, which is very unusual for him to be so high. But he is now 4 and 2. He was looking to go equal top with 5 and 1, but Chazz has defeated him here. Chazz was 22nd. He was 2 and 3. He now goes 3 and 3. with Bastion at 4-2. So Chazz is going to catch up a bit and Bastion has a setback. Another fairly good match though, and I hope you all enjoyed it too. I'm going to go have a lie down. Well, it's very late here. I think the releases tonight might be a little bit later as well. Anyway, thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks for leaving all the comments over the weekend as well. Wherever you are in the world, stay safe, take care, farewell.